Okay, all of you type present. See, we are going to start with chapter number 10. Most of the part you already know, but whatever is given in this particular chapter, we are going to execute and do all these things one by one. The very first thing is the meaning of string. Okay, like when we talk about string, it is nothing but collection of one or more characters that we either write in the single quote or in the double quote. You can write anything, means anything, means whatever is the whatever code you can print from the keyboard. Fine. So all these will be example of string. It will not give you any error in that particular case. It is your choice, either single quote or double quote. If I'm writing in the double quote, then also it will work perfectly. So this is what we called as a string. Now when we talk about a string, if we wanted to store any string in any variable, we simply write something like this. S is equal to, suppose I'm writing here OLOPCS. So what I'm doing here, I have stored OLOPCS in S, means basically the reference is given for S. And the most important thing is, strings are mutable or immutable? Anyone? Strings are mutable?
Immutable.
Immutable.
Immutable, it means once the string has been stored, you cannot change the value of this string. Okay, reference can be changed, but the value cannot be changed within the string because it is immutable. It is immutable in nature. Okay, now the very first thing is, if you wanted to print complete string, you simply print S. If you wanted to traverse one by one, in that particular case, you need to run a loop. For example, suppose if I write something like this, S is equal to, and then here I'm writing OLOPCS, and then I wanted to traverse. So I will be writing something like this for I in, and then see, after this we used to give collection. So here my collection is S only. And then I wanted to print the value of I. It means, see, now what you are going to understand, that in I, basically we will be having all the characters of S one by one. It means if this string is having total 6 characters, so I will be having all the 6 characters, means first O, then L, then O, then P, then C, and then S. If you wanted to cross check this, simply execute. Okay, if I will execute this particular case, you can see that what it is going to do, it is printing OLOPCS character by character. Okay, similarly, now it is up to you that if you wanted to join something or concatenate something with this, you can do that also. For example, if I'm writing like this, okay, concatenating plus with every character. Right now, these characters are all in the different lines. You wanted to show them in the same line. So what you can do in that particular case, you can change the value of end. End is equal to, let it be blank. It means we are changing the default property of end. It means what we want is that all the information should be printed in the same line. So this is what you can do. Now we have one more thing. One function we know, that suppose if I wanted to calculate length of the string, how we can calculate length of the string? Which function?
Using counter.
Function.
Len.
Len is the function in which you need to pass your collection. It will give you length of the string. Means it is actually counting that how many characters are there in the S. And remember, it is going to count total number of characters irrespective of whether they are repeated or they are duplicate. Fine. So it is counting all the characters. Len function. Now suppose if I wanted to print my string in the reverse order. So we know the this thing for backward traversing, we know the indexes. If length is 6, for example, let me explain you with this. Say, for example, I am having O, L, O, P, C, and S. Okay. Now, if we know the backward traversing, so we know this is this value. This S is -1, then -2, then -3, -4, -5, and last it is -6. So basically, as I said, forward traversing we have already done. Okay, simply we need to run the loop from starting till the end. But suppose if I wanted to do backward traversing, how we can do backward traversing? It will start with -1 because this last value I just wanted to print. So it will start with -1, then -2, -3, -4, -5, and -6. Okay, so it means basically I wanted to run my loop from -1 till -6. And I wanted to give the step of negative values in this particular case. So how we can do that one? So for that, we know the length. So length will be equal to len of s. If I'm having length of the string, what I can do over here only, instead of this, I can give the value in terms of range, because this time I want my collection, and that collection should start with -1, as we have discussed just now, -1, comma, whatever is the length of my string, its negative value. So therefore we will say minus of L. Now see, if I'm saying minus of L, it will be minus of 6. But we know the property of for loop that this value will be excluded. We want this value also. So therefore, we will add one more value in this. So it will be -1. Okay. Again, I'm repeating, this is minus L. I'm changing this. Instead of L, I'm taking this as length, because otherwise you will think that both are same. This is length. So minus of length -1, and every time we have to give the step of -1 again. Why step of -1? Because what I wanted to do from -1, then I want -2. How I will get -2? When the gap will be, or the step will be of negative value. Okay, so this is closed, and then put semicolon, and then we are printing all the values one by one. Now if I will run the same loop, you can see that just 1 minute, we have printed value of I. We should actually print character over there. Okay, now character, to print any character, this will be S of I. If I am writing S of I in that particular case, even you can see over here what it was doing. If we will see, because we have printed the indexes, right? So you can see indexes. It was -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So this is what actually I want. I want the value at -1. Then I want value at -2. I want value at -3. So until -6. Okay. So what we can do, we can write our collection name, and then within square bracket, we can give the index value. Now, if I will run the same code, in that particular case, you can see that it is giving me OLOPCS in the reverse order. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, then you have a question. You are going to do it now only, but let me explain you that question, and don't see in the book. Fine. The question is something like this. You have to, I'm giving you question that you ask any name from the user. Okay, let it be your name only. Suppose anybody's name is James. So you are going to print James something like this, JAMES, and again JAMES. Because see, strings are actually very much clear to you. We are simply, what we are doing is the revision, nothing else. Okay. You have to take care that it must be in the same line. Okay, it should not start with the next line. It has to be in the same line. Means reverse first character and original numbers first character must begin with the same line. I'm giving you 4 minutes for this, and try to show me the code of this. Okay, any name user will give you. Now see, the very first thing is how you should decode this. If you will understand the indexes, it is something like this. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fine. And if I talk about this is -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So actually what I need is, see, both the things I cannot do together. Fine. Increment and decrement. But what I need to do is I need to do both the things at the same time. So basically what I need two separate counters. One counter which should have 0 in it, and another counter which should have -5 in it. then next time this counter should get increment and this counter should get decrement. So basically 2 counters would be required. Fine. So let's start with the coding part. So suppose if I wanted to code this. So in that particular case, I'm taking the same code. We need to ask the value from the user. So name is equal to simple input function, input, and then enter your name. Okay, enter your name. Then we need length. Length is equal to, just now we have discussed, it is with the help of len function we can find out. Then after that, simple, I need 2 counters. See, if I will run the loop, first we are going to print the same information in the reverse order. Just now we have discussed that one. Fine. So for reverse in range, and just now we have discussed that we are going to start it with -1, comma, minus of whatever is the length of -1, and then comma again -1. Okay. And then we have to print the value of name of reverse. We are going to discuss one by one everything. Okay. So name of reverse of this. Now see what it is going to do. It will print your name in the reverse order. Suppose name OLOPCS. So it is printing perfectly in the reverse order. But my question was different. I want first the original number. Now for original number, I want a counter from 0 till whatever is the length, or we can say from 0, we will start any counter. For suppose I'm taking one counter which will start with 0. And then as I'm executing this, okay, because that many times only this counter I need to increment. So what I can do, I can write here name of 0. Sorry, name of I, comma. Then suppose we have to give some space. So I'm giving some space, comma, then name in reverse. Then I need to increment the value of I with 1. As many as times this loop will get executed, that many times this value of I will be incremented. Fine. So now if I execute the same code, OLOPCS, so you can see it is working perfectly. It is doing both the tasks. Okay, print your name in the original format, as well as it is doing backward traversing, that too how we have discussed. Anyone any doubt with this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, then we have to discuss some basic operators, that is plus and multiply with the strings. See, because I suppose you all already knows, but let me know one thing. If we are going to use plus between 2 strings, okay, I'm giving you the questions, you let me know what will be the answer. If I write something like this, T plus M, what will be the answer? If I'm using plus,
TM.
Ma'am, TM, it will concatenate.
it will concatenate. So remember one thing, plus is used for concatenation. Okay, this is what you have to keep in mind, that plus is used for concatenation. So it is going to combine. Okay. Now if I use 1, 2 plus 3, then what it is going to do?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, it is not going to add. Remember this thing. Fine. Now if I do 1, 2 plus 3, 4.
It will show error.
Error.
It will show error. Most important part that you have to understand is string and integer cannot concatenate. Okay, therefore you are getting the error, only can concatenate string, not integer value. Okay, so plus will only work with either with both the strings or both the numbers, but one string, one integer will not work. Now similarly, if we use multiply, okay, if we use multiply in that particular case, acha, one more thing, if I'm writing 1 plus 3, then
4.
4.
4. So you need to take care that 1 plus 3, when both are integer, it is going to, plus is going to work as an arithmetic operator. And if we are using plus with 2 strings, then it is working as a concatenation operator. Okay, then next we are having is the multiplication symbol. If I write S multiply by 5, then what will happen?
Print S
S will print
5
5 times.
S will print 5 times.
5 times.
Okay, so what you can understand over here that it is replicating. If we are using multiply symbol in that particular case, it is going to replicate this particular string for that many times. Okay, now if I wanted to replicate str multiply by 4, then in that particular case, what answer I am going to get?
Error.
Why error? Why error?
Because string
Reason
and
is-
string.
The reason is string cannot be multiplied. What I am trying to do, these are two strings, two separate strings. So you cannot multiply two strings. Okay, one more thing, you can use integer in any location. It is not compulsory that it must be at the initial, means it must be after the string. You can use it before the string also. In that particular case also, it is going to replicate itself for that many times. Okay, these are the two things that you have to understand with respect to plus operator as well as with respect to multiply operator. Then after that, next we are having is in and not in. Suppose I wanted to search for any particular character or a substring in a string. That time we can use in or not in. Okay, in will check. If it is there, it will give you true. And if it is not there, it will give you false. And not in will just do reverse of it. What is the meaning of that? Suppose I wanted to check P in OLOPCS. What answer I will get?
True.
Okay, the very first important is it is going to check and it will give you Boolean answer. It means either true or false. So it will check P is there. It will give you same answer, true answer. Then suppose PC, if I am going to search, then
True.
again it is
True.
this is what we are doing. We are now searching substring. Substring means when it is more than a one string, no, and it is a part of the string, then it is called as substring. So it is going to search for this also. Acha, O is also there. If I'm going to search PCO, then
False.
why false?
False.
P, C and O.
Because after CO is not there.
Yes, actually it is checking in as a sequence. This complete sequence must be there. It is not like that randomly you are getting the character and it will give you true answer. No, it is checking in a sequence. Means this complete sequence must be available in the string. Fine. Then only it is going to check. And not in will just give reverse of this. So it means if I'm using this and if I'm using not in over here. Okay, so in that particular case, what it is going to do? It is going to, for example, here it was giving true. So here it will give you false as answer. It means it is checking. P is not in OLOPCS. If it is not there, then only it will give you true. Otherwise, it will give you false. Similarly, over here we were getting true. So not in will give me false as answer. If I'm going to check this, false. And last here I was getting false. So if I'm going to use not in over here, in that particular case, I will get true as an answer. So this is how it is going to work. I hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, I'm giving you one question that you have to do. You are going to take input of any one number from the user. Okay, I'm repeating my statement again. You have to take input of any one number from the user and you have to check whether 0 is available in that number or not. Number means it must be of integer type. Remember this thing when you will take input. Okay, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Try to do it now.
It again.
My question is, you have to input any number from the user and then you have to check whether 0 is there in that number or not. If 0 is there, simply you have to write कि 0 is present in the number. Bas. Okay, so the question was that you have to make a program in which you have to check whether a number is having 0 or not. So I'm taking input of any number. So it will be of type integer just now as I said. Now see whatever things we are having. There are two methods actually. The very first method is how you have done that reverse of a number, no, in which you were finding last remainders. Then if that remainder is equal to 0, then you can print it is there. Otherwise, it is not available. Fine. Otherwise, what you can do, enter number. And now what we have to do in this particular case, that we can convert it into string. S is equal to, this is the shortcut basically. S is equal to, and then your number. Then after this, what we need to do is, as I said, now it is in string format. So if 0, just now we have seen this, if 0 in S means your string. In that particular case, we will print here 0 is there in the number, or else we can print not there. Okay, else we will print not there. Simple. Means 0 is not there in the number, that's it. Okay, now if you will run this code, so you can see, so simple, 1 4 5 6, it is not there. And if I will execute the same code, 1 2 7 0 9, so 0 is there in the number. I hope this is also clear to all of you. Okay. Now, as per your book, up to page number 340, program number 10.3, up to there you have to see each and every topic. And if you have any doubt, then you can let me know. Okay. Otherwise, till that particular page, again, I'm repeating, page number 340 up to program number 10.3. Just go through all the topic. And if you have any doubt, then you let me know.
Ma'am,
Good day, all of you.
Good day, ma'am.
ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, if we remove S and INT,
Beta, one and the same thing, no? But my question was that you have to take number as an input. Okay. In my question, I have given you like this. Otherwise, you are directly taking string type of information. So if we have number already, and in that case, if we wanted to change, so this is the shortest method. Clear?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then good day, all of you.